Hey, good evening, friends. It's March 30th. Let's do another market wrap. Market doing what it always does after a harsh correction. Wedges up right here. This is wedging up. Now I'm paying attention to this trend line here. A lot of resistance along the way here. Okay, and it's building right through it. I don't like the volume, but that's expected. Price advance is great. The last, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions. We have come back now, man, almost a third of this thing, if not a third. So, and what's really encouraging is that we've done this without any amazing news on the virus front. Now, there's a lot of companies out there working overtime, trying to get this thing done, along with the FDA, the administration. I saw an interview today with Abbott Labs, one of the leaders in its industry. They basically came out now with, let's take a look at it. They have announced now that they have come up with a testing kit that gives you results in 5 minutes. And forward-looking statements say that they might be able to even put these out there to buy over the counter. And of course, as you know, this is key. This is key to what we're trying to do here, get this market, this economy going again, because people are out of work right now. When people stay home, they're not making money, and you know the major driver of the economy is cash. People just like you and I with money we can spend. You can have all the companies in the world, all the great companies in the world. It's not really worth anything if you don't have the cash to spend on their services and products. So this is going to be a huge thing for the markets. But you know, we're still ways to see that whole plan come to fruition. But they're definitely on the right path. I think it's kind of cool that we can come up with a result that quickly. And you know, the hopes is the CEO, they have a new CEO now, he was talking, saying that the faster they find out that you don't have it, the quicker you can return to work. So if everybody at work doesn't have it, people can return to work. You don't have it, return to work. Beautiful thing. But I'm really impressed. That's Abbott Labs right there. You can see it's almost made up all of its downturn from the from when we started here back in February 21st, 22nd. It's almost back up to par. Huge volume. So certainly the market likes what they're hearing from this company. So I've known about Abbott Labs for, man, the better part of 15 years, probably, easy. Really a good company. They do really well in what they do. A lot of smart people over there. So let's go back to the SPY, because that's what we watch here to gauge the overall health of the market. And so I mean, we've come up handsomely. Again, volume has been shallow, but hey, not complaining, because price is first, right? I mean, I'm thinking probably when we get here tomorrow, we might have a downturn. It's just you have a lot of resistance here. It's probably getting exhausted, going through all these levels, people selling into it. And also you have this major trend line here in yellow right here, and you also have, this will be the last here, and then we can see if it gets above here and closes above here, man, we're going to see greater things, I think, for that, for sure, because you know, it's clearing resistance. There's really no levels there, because this thing just plummeted through there. And again, these are lines that I drew. I mean, do your own homework. Get used to doing this stuff. It'll save you a lot of money. So we're a long ways from the line in the sand that I spoke about weeks ago. And everything is good to go. We're off to the races here. Now, typically, normally, usually what happens with markets, this will start to move in this fashion, maybe even up a little bit, and consolidate. So if I was to draw 2 lines here, maybe it'll look something like this. Do a consolidation like that. Alright, or maybe even, you want to see it get to tighter ranges, and this is how the market builds up to go higher. This is extreme volatility. What I don't want to see is this right here, major wide swings, because that means still that the market is undecided on which way it wants to go. Now the untrained eye will look at this and say, well, we're back at it, buy with two hands. And for me, I have found better luck watching the market, let the smoke clear. Don't get me wrong, this is certainly promising. All consolidation phases start off like this, what you're seeing right here, this wedging. So what you see here, this is like a wedge, and you'll see these huge swings, but eventually it'll start to tighten up like that. All right, and that's what I'm hoping to see. Like I told you in earlier posts, this is going to take some time. So we have to keep that in mind. Be patient. You're going to have the pundits out there saying, you missed the move back up. Well, you're still playing catch up. I'm out up here. Right around here, I was already all in cash. So I can afford. That's why it's important to look at markets on the everyday. You can see this activity up here. Look at the volume coming in. This is just a huge sell signal, where at least you would have raised some cash. Certainly not hold 100% equities, or even 60%. I mean, that's just me. You decide. It's your money. So now I'm looking for this market to consolidate, so it can find new high ground. Okay. I don't think I have spoken before about this market. Given the phenomenon of the virus, I think we might see irregular consolidation because of that. Because look, everybody on the street, when I say the street, all the investors, the big major players, they know. Make no mistake about it. They know that everything is in place. The fundamentals of this market are still in place. Before this happened, everything was in place. And for the most part, all the trade regulations, the tariffs, the wonderful trade deals that have happened here that made this market go 40-50% to the upside in the previous 14 months, which usually takes a market about 4 years to achieve, all of these measures are still in place. So the quicker we get back to work, the faster this economy is going to come roaring back. And I have mentioned this before. Don't be surprised if this happens quicker than usual, because of all of those components being in place. A lot different than 2008, right? Nobody was working. Nobody was making money, right? So it's tougher for the market to come back from that. Same thing with the 2003 technology bubble, right? Nobody was working. Jobs are lost. Jobs are lost here because of this virus. But a normal correction were coming up, and this correction needed to happen, because you see how we get away from the averages. It's just like everything just gets out of control to the upside, and this happens when the market gets chased up, because there are great things happening in the country, like the lowest unemployment rate in history, highest wage growth in history across the board for both of those, okay? And so many other things. So, this is what happens. The market knows, and it does this. It goes basically what I say, parabolic. It just gets away from everything. But eventually, all markets don't go up like this and not correct. Now, we started to correct, and virus came in, and we went to a steeper correction because momentum took over, blah, blah, blah. But, again, the fundamentals are there. Those have not gone away. The parameters, the protocol for this market to go higher and doing it in a never seen fashion, they're all there. And again, the minute we start seeing downticks on new cases in the problematic areas like New York, like California, you're going to see this market, which I don't want it to do that. I don't want it to do that. Okay, it's going to be like this. It's just going to be like, we're going to be way up here again. Why? Because you say, well, Marvin, wait a second. Because that's not normal. This whole thing is not normal. This from here to here, that's not normal. That was spurred by something that is outside of the market norm. Like 2 planes hitting a building in New York. That's not factored into rational thinking. So when this market finally gets a new leg up, I think you're going to see that type of irrationality where it's just going to go like that. I hope not. I hope it takes a whole year just to break even here. I really do. That's what needs to happen. But I have a feeling that we're not going to get that. I think it's just going to catapult to the upside again. But we'll just wait and see. Again, we're just working on probability here. We don't have a crystal ball. Nobody does, no matter how much they tell you. Whenever you meet that guy, go the other way. Alright? So that's what I got for y'all. Pretty much normal activity right here, the last 5 sessions, alright? Good activity. Every consolidation phase starts off like this. But not every 5 days that look like this have led to a good consolidation phase. Know the difference. And then every bull market starts with that consolidation phase. But not every consolidation phase leads to a bull market. But this has to happen. What you're seeing right now, it has to happen. So please make sure you share this thing. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps me. Gives me hope to keep going. People are listening, learning, spurring some thought. A little bit different than what you're used to seeing out there. So, all good in the neighborhood. We'll see you next time, alright? Hopefully sooner than later.